Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lisa of ToCreateAWebsite.com, and today I'm here with another case study on WeBlogBetter.com by Keisha Easley. And this case study is unique because Keisha actually acquired this blog from Brandon Cox of FuelYourBlogging.com. So I wanted to give him a quick shout because he was actually responsible for this blog. Keisha used to be a guest poster for We Blog Better. And Brandon was looking to give up the blog and have someone else take ownership of it. So he contacted Keisha and Keisha accepted. So in February of 2010, Keisha took over We Blog Better. And at that time, it had about 2,500 page views per month. In 4 months, it's June 2010, now the blog gets about 8,800 page views per month. So almost 9,000. So she's almost quadrupled the traffic in that time. So that's awesome. So here's Keisha's blog. First of all, I love the layout. Very clean and crisp, great titles. I'm a blogger and almost every one of these titles is very captivating. In fact, while I was doing the research for this case study, I found myself getting caught up in her articles because there's some really good content here. And as you can see, the blog is quite engaged. I mean, she's got quite a few comments on most of her posts here. So she's done a good job of not only keeping the traffic that Brandon had, but building traffic with new readers. So that's awesome. All right, so I asked Keisha, what are some of the things, and you can actually see a picture of Keisha here. I asked Keisha some questions about this blog, and I always ask people with these case studies, what were things that you did in the beginning that did not work when it came to promoting your blog? And the first thing that she said was social media madness. You know how you try to submit to all these social media sites and try to have a presence on every single social media site and you get nowhere. That is a common mistake I think a lot of bloggers make. They feel like they have to have a presence in every single social media site. And what happens is you end up having a presence nowhere because you're trying to do too much. It's almost like creating a blog on a bunch of different topics. You know, instead of focusing on one topic, you do a whole bunch and then you don't target anyone. For me, I found that with social media, you just work one or two spaces and then, you know, you master those and you focus on those. Don't feel pressured to figure out and work every single social media site there is out there. For me, I just use Facebook and Twitter. That works for me. I have no interest in trying to master every single social media site. So she has found out the same thing. She also says that she used to kind of be a little spammy on Twitter, but she's learned that, you know, that does no good. And I can relate, you know, because I get spam tweets from people where they send me a link to their blog, like they'll @ my username @ToCreateAWebsite and then just send me a link to their blog out of nowhere. I don't know who this person is. I don't know why they want me to read this post, but that's just not going to get my attention. But she's learned to use Twitter to, you know, chat with people in her niche and then, of course, promote her own blog posts. But you got to get away from the spam, as Keisha found out. The other thing she said she doesn't do anymore is article submission. Article submissions, and I can agree, and maybe because we're in the same niche, they just weren't beneficial for me anymore. I used to do it 5 years ago. That was probably the last time. But my niche is so saturated, and this is the same niche that Keisha's in. It's just a lot of junk on those article submission sites when you post articles in the make money online website development category. So I've personally found it, for me, I'm not going to say it's a waste of time because some people might find use with article submissions, but I've just found I was not getting the rewards for the amount of work that I was putting into it. Just a personal opinion, and I agree with you, Keisha. Now let's talk about some things that she has been doing well. One of the main ways she's been promoting this blog is by guest posting on other blogs. So not only does she allow people to submit guest posts to her blog as she has here, she's also been submitting guest posts to other blogs. And as I just talked about in my last two guest posts in the last 2 weeks by Ann Smarty, guest posting can really, really boost your traffic if you do it correctly. So make sure you check out my blog and check out those articles because Ann Smarty really did a good job. And Keisha's a great example of what guest posting can do. Not only did she get traffic, she acquired a blog because of guest posting. So that's the one thing that she's been doing. She says she also comments on a lot of blogs, and she tries to comment on blogs that use the Comment Love plugin, because that allows you to, it features your latest post right below your comment. I have Comment Love on my blog. I think it's a great way to give, let people sort of promote their own sites in the comment area. The other thing she said she does is keyword analysis. So she has a minimum amount of, she makes sure every, blog post that she does has a minimum amount of keyword searches before she writes the title. So she works in that, keyword popularity as well as being catchy and creative with the title. And one of the cool titles that I think she did here was the Blog Food Series, 4 Tips for Whipping Up Fresh Content. That is a cool title. So you've got some good keywords in there, fresh content, blogs, but then she also has, the food concept in there. And then she has the egg beater down here, which I thought was pretty cool. So she does do keyword analysis on every single post that she does. And that's important. I think a lot of bloggers forget to do that. You really should check the keyword demand on titles before you post, because, you want to get that search engine traffic from that as well. So overall, I really think Keisha did a wonderful job with this blog. When I went back to look at some of the older posts that were written by Brandon Cox, you really couldn't tell the difference. And that's the way it should be. When you acquire a blog, you definitely want to maintain that brand, that voice. And Keisha has done a really good job of doing that. A lot of people think, oh, it's easy to acquire a blog because you already got traffic. You're already making money, probably from AdSense ads, affiliate marketing. But I would imagine this is somewhat challenging because Keisha had to learn to keep her existing audience. I mean, she didn't want to abandon the existing audience or lose that existing audience that liked Brandon's writing. She had to keep those people entertained as well as continue to gain her own audience. And just from reading through this blog, I think she's done a really, really good job. So if you want to learn how to be a better blogger, make sure you check out Keisha's blog, weblogbetter.com. Thanks, Keisha, for letting me feature you. And thanks, guys, for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.